All right, Alyssa, I am ready. I've explained some of this in other videos, but I do feel like it's time to have like an explainer video on here and talks about the binary codes. We can call it Binary 101. It's a long story. I've been into this stuff for a while, so I'll try to keep it as short as possible and hit the points that matter most to people. It is important that you know the source you're getting information from in some form, and at least trust that source. And I have stories to tell about that as well, but I'll try to keep this short. So I've been into this world of magic, if you will, since I was 17 and first read The Secret, and that is about 20 years ago now. I've been into a lot since then, so I've learned about things related to human design, core value index, gene keys, and then followed a lot of the greats like Bob Proctor, Wayne Dyer, and Jake Ducey's one of those. He's great. There's a whole bunch of them that I've pulled information from, and I've met with shamans and teachers, and I've had activations. I've had a lot of things over the years happen to me, with me, for me, and it's for a reason. Like, I came here to this planet this time to do some stuff, and I haven't always been sure exactly, like, to a T what that is. And I feel like this binary code thing is a large part of that. Now, just because I might be bringing it, it's like a remembering. This isn't new stuff. You gotta remember that we are humans. We are the most powerful transmitter receivers in the known universes, which means basically everything we think and do, our ideas, they're received and transmitted. And we can also do amazing things with transmission that is unseen. So I had a download like 3 years ago, I want to say, and I'll figure out exactly what that timeline is. And it was just this sudden download that I was going to program myself using binary code and write a book about it. It's a bestseller book. All this stuff was just real quick downloaded all at once. And I didn't even know anything about binary. And I did a little research. I discovered that it would be non-weighted binary. And I even started writing some affirmations. It was real long. These were like affirmations, these pages of binary code. And then my sister sent me a PDF download of what we all know as Grabavoy codes. So this download was divine healing codes, and there's a link online for those. And I got into those heavy. I was like, this is awesome. So I used those. I practiced with them. I used a wand. I used them on the men's mastermind men that were in a group I was in. And I used them on all these different contacts I met on LinkedIn, and sometimes on Zoom, and sometimes over the phone. And I even did them on my other channel, Modern Day Wizardry. It was under a different name at the time. And those are awesome. So let's talk about that real quick. I didn't really mess with binary much because I got into that and I was using those. And then a lot of things have happened over the past few years. I won't get into that. I've transformed in many ways exponentially. Like, it's just I hardly recognize whatever was even going on in that time, right? So I wanted something more advanced recently. I came full circle back to the binary. I wanted more advanced Grabavoy. I wanted the binary codes that bypass even Grabavoy. And I'll explain how that works. So now I have a Python coded algorithm and formula that I can generate these with. And it's based on some basic numerology and then being interpreted into binary. But there's more. It's already expanded. I have like way more layers to that formula. That's why I want to pioneer these codes with all of you that are already into this stuff. You already know you're in a holographic reality. So that's the thing about these codes. Grabavoid codes are affirmations. They're numerological affirmations, and each number holds a power, and there's a hierarchy. So they work, especially if you write them on your arm and you repeat them and you use them like an affirmation. They absolutely work, especially with good intention and high vibration, and they work. So non-weighted binary, these are activations. We're dealing with the core program, which is ones and zeros. Just because we tapped into ones and zeros in the 1600s does not mean we invented it. It's like the core program, okay? And just like I was saying before, we are the greatest transmitter receivers. So in the 1600s, we tapped into the binary, right? Well, now people are doing experiments where they take DMT and look through a laser beam and they can see the binary coding in the fabric at the core. So I know it's all light. We're in a holographic universe. All these realities exist. So what this is about is putting the activation in the program in and aligning with that program. So you put it into the operating system and then allow things to adjust, right? When you do an upgrade or an update to your computer, it takes some time. It's not instant. I hope my mic is picking this up because I was trying to block the wind and I might have been covering my mic. I'm not the greatest videographer guy. Luckily, I've been getting practice doing this video thing for a very long time, and maybe for these reasons. So I hope this explains that part of it. I am releasing these. It's like an ancient tech, I feel like, that's being remembered, and I've had confirmation already a lot. Many of you have, with the unexpected money code. Wow. So let's just pioneer this together. Let me know how the codes work for you. Let's get them so refined that when I publish the book, people can go out and do the fast metabolism code and they'll lose weight and they'll speed up their metabolism. They can do the unexpected code and they know for sure they've got unexpected money coming. So I appreciate all of the support and understanding, and those that are willing to step outside or open enough to step outside of the program and realize that there's more to it, and that we can, control more than what maybe you thought we could. It's your operating system. Program it. I'm out in nature. Had to check because I'm using that other camera. I had to make sure I'm still filming. These codes can be used multiple ways. Write them in the air, infuse them in your water, write them on a piece of paper and put them under your pillow, put it in your wallet, say it in your mind, envision it in golden light entering into your operating system and your program. I love feedback. Again, we're pioneering this together. I appreciate you sticking around because this is a long video. It would have to be the binary 101. So this isn't about belief. This is about trying it out and finding out. Put some faith into it, because intention matters in everything. The more belief, more faith, more intention you put into things, even when you're doing affirmations, not just binary, the results are amplified. All right? So I love all of you, and I appreciate everybody for jumping onto this wave and surfing it with me. I think it's going to be fun. I'm having so much fun already. My life's already changing. The Avatar Man is already adapting to the new programs. And just like a computer, it takes some time sometimes, processing. You can't even touch a computer that's going through a full update. Can't even mess with it. So if that happens to you, take some time, get some rest, give yourself grace.